Hi everyone, Aiden here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at this TeraPump Battery Powered Pump. This is going to be great for transferring a variety of liquids from either one container to another, or maybe some gasoline from a container to your vehicle, to a lawnmower, to an ATV. It's going to be really helpful because it's battery powered, it's got this auto shutoff latch at the end, and it's going to just make it a lot easier to pour these large cans into something like your lawnmower or your vehicle. Because let's face it, if this thing is full, it's going to be very heavy and hard to handle, and it can result in a lot of spills or just general lack of ease of use. This is going to make that whole process a lot simpler and a lot cleaner so you don't get any of that spilled over yourself. Let's check it out. So this one is unique because it has the auto shutoff nozzle. So this black part at the end is what kind of indicates that. At the very end, we've got our sensor that will detect the actual level of the fuel or liquid that you're moving, as well as the stop line that you can see right there. And then this clip will let us clip it onto a container. So let's say we're transferring fuel from one container to another. We can clip this on the lip, it'll hold itself in place and automatically stop whenever the container we're filling is full. And like I mentioned, this does work with a variety of liquids, anything from gasoline to diesel and even DEF with this, plus a variety of others. You don't want to use this for any of the liquids that aren't listed and approved though, because all of the internal seals are designed to be used with what's listed. If you use anything that isn't listed, the chances for corrosion are much higher and can result in this breaking. There are many different versions of this style pump and other style pumps from TeraPump that are rated for different sorts of liquids. So if you want to check out those options, we've got them on our site here at eTrailer. Before we get to using it, I want to check out a couple things. The intake part of the wand is 15.5 inches long, and the output hose is going to be 18 inches long. With it, it is going to be powered by two AA batteries up here in the battery compartment. They don't come included, so you do need to pick those up separately, and then the switch on the top will turn it on or off. And again, it does have that auto shutoff. It works up to 2.4 gallons per minute. So we're gonna get it installed, just sliding it into our container, clipping the other end to our other container, and we're just gonna transfer some water from this one to this one, see how well it works, and test out that auto stop feature. So just flip it on once it's in, you'll see the water start to move through, and now we just have to wait. So even though this is rated for things like gasoline and diesel, if you're going to be mixing and matching what you're using this for, you're going to want to be cautious. If you're using it for gasoline primarily, and then you want to go and use it for diesel, be sure to wash it out thoroughly with soap and water so that there isn't any sort of residue left in it, and make sure you leave it out to dry for a little bit. If you are going to be using it for a variety of different liquids frequently, I'd maybe recommend just getting a second one, just so you have a dedicated one for diesel, a dedicated one for gasoline, or whatever liquids you do plan on using it with. So right now it's in the on position and you can hear the motor going. It's very faint, you might not be able to hear it on the mic, but it is no longer pumping anything even though it's on. And if I look over into the container we were filling, again, it's probably hard to see, but it is full of water. So that auto shutoff did work. It doesn't automatically switch this off into the off position and stop the motor from running, but it did stop the filling. So as long as you're nearby and listening for it and checking up on it, you don't have to worry about overflowing, but I would keep an eye on it just so you can turn this off manually and keep this in good health. So as far as comparing this one to the version of this that doesn't have that auto stop at the end, I think this really shines in this application where you're transferring fuel between containers, or maybe you've got some smaller applications like an ATV, a lawnmower, a tractor, anything where the tank might be just a little bit smaller and require a little bit more attention when you are filling it up. Chances are, if my truck is running on empty here and I need to go pick up some gas from the station and bring it back, I'm not going to be completely filling up the tank, so I don't really need to be that attentive to it. Whereas with something like a lawnmower, that can get overflowed from a single tank if we're not watching it. So having the auto stop there is really handy for those situations. And as we're going to empty this container of water, rather than trying to tip it over and hold it while it's draining, I figured try out the pump and see how well it works whenever we are draining. And the flow is really good here. Even if I am kind of pointing it upward and it has to fight against gravity, it works really well. You can see if the liquid is moving down, it does increase the rate that it's coming out. So it does work really well, really however you plan on using it. But I just thought it was interesting to see it actually working rather than going into another container where we can't really see what's going on. And that was our look at this battery-powered fuel pump from TeraPump. Thanks for watching.